Hello and welcome to my video today on using Stampin' Up's canvas cuts along with our Fashion District rub-ons. Here are the Fashion District rub-ons. You can tell that the individual pieces on here, these two, coordinate together. We've got the scallop that goes with our little scallop piece of canvas cuts. So we're going to use these today to create a card. And all you do is you just punch out your canvas piece here. I'm just going to pull that piece out. This is the one that I want to work with today. I'm also going to work with this little phrase on my rub-ons that says, "Thank you for all you do." You'll notice with my rub-ons, what I do with them is I staple the sheets to the backing paper. And I do that because I don't want little pieces of my rub-ons floating around in my package because they tend to get ruined that way. So I just keep stapling and cutting out the individual piece that I need as I need it. And you'll see that I've already started to cut this piece out. So all I need to do is just finish that. And here is my rub-on that I'm going to use today. All right, I'm going to lay my canvas cut down. I'm going to center my rub-on onto the canvas cut where I want it to be. And I'm purposely not putting it right in the middle because I've got something else that I want to stick on the edge there. So I'm going to put that down like that. Take your free tool that comes with your rub-ons or popsicle stick, and I'm just going to rub these words right onto my canvas cut. I'm trying to use some even pressure here, getting each letter rubbed down good. Keep going here, and you'll see that I keep moving my fingers around because I don't really want my canvas cut to slip out of the way while I'm doing this. So when I think that I've got it all done, then what I start to do is I gently start to peel off the paper backing. And I kind of do it slowly because I look to see if there's any piece of the rub-on that did not get rubbed down correctly, then I can just lay my backing sheet right back on top of this and finish that. So there we go. That's all there is to the rub-on. So I'm going to set this piece aside for the moment. What I'm going to use that on is I'm going to use some of our chocolate chip cardstock. This was 8.5 by 11. I simply cut it in half the long way, or as my kids tell me, the hot dog way. And then I've got a piece of designer paper from our Sweet Slumber Designer Series paper pack to go with that. So this is what I'm going to do. I've also got a piece of chocolate chip taffeta ribbon that I've already fixed for us here. All I did was cut a piece long enough to wrap around the edges here, and then this little piece here is just a separate piece that I tied a knot with, so I can just move that up and down as I please. So I'm going to go ahead and add some snail to the back of this piece, and that way, whoops, that flew right out of there on me. I'm going to just lay this on top here in the corner and then just wrap it around and stick it to the snail. Okay, so that little embellishment's done. Then for my next step, I am going to take my Big Shot machine and one of our embosslet folders. This is a little embosslet folder here. You open that up, you'll see there's two sides. I place my cardstock inside there, close that up. It says right here, place this side down. So I place that right down on top of my multi-purpose cutting platform with one of my clear cutting pads. Put my other clear cutting pad on top. As you can tell, my clear cutting pad is pretty well worn. It works just fine. It's actually cracked, but it just runs through there just great. So I'm just going to crank this on through. Sorry for the wiggling. I'm going to pull that out. And then what I have here is my little flower punched right out of there. And you can use either side on your project. I'm going to actually use this side, and what I want to do with this piece is I'm going to take my Versamarker pen, here, there, so you can see that, just to add some dark detail to that. So this actually does the tone-on-tone color, and I would just go all the way around the whole flower, and I happen to have one that's already done here, and that's what I did with that, just to give it a little bit more dimension. I also want to decorate my flower, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some of our, what are these called? Corduroy buttons, excuse me. I've got the chocolate chip and the craft. I'm going to take a craft button out of here. Actually, I guess I'm not using those. What I really wanted to use was these, our little neutrals brads in the 5/16 size. So I've got a corduroy button and a little brad here. And what I'm going to do with this brad is I want to fold my prongs down. So I use my pliers that came in my crafter's toolkit, And I'm just going to kind of wrap this around and fold it down so that it's kind of hiding in the back here, because I don't really want those. You could also cut them off with a pair of what I like to call crappy scissors. Definitely not my ribbon scissors that Stampin' Up sells. So, okay. So here is my little brad ready to go onto my button. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a glue dot to do that. So I'm going to pull my glue dots out here. Get a box that's already open. I'm just going to press my little brad right into the glue dots there. Pull that off. And then I'm just going to stick that right in the center of my corduroy button. Okay, like that. Take another glue dot, 1 or 2 glue dots, probably 2, on the back of my corduroy button. Whoops, didn't quite get that one off. And I'm going to place that right in the center of my little flower that I cut out with my Big Shot. Okay, got that done. So now I just can pretty much put this whole thing together. I've got my canvas cut here. I'm just going to use my snail adhesive to get that down on my card. And I'm just going to kind of put that, whoops, I should do that so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put that down, right down here towards the bottom edge, like that. And then for my little flower, I'm going to go ahead and use a couple more glue dots here to get that to stick on. Okay. And I'm just going to place that right here next to my canvas cut. Add some more snail all the way around the whole thing. And then I'll put this on the front of my card and it will be done. So that's a pretty darn simple card, just using our canvas cuts and our coordinating Fashion District rub-ons. And there you have it. If you want some more stamping ideas, check out my blog at www.barbstamps.com. Thanks for watching.